So it's important that we have a good understanding about what overtraining is, but also its impact and the differences between under and overtraining and overreaching. So the key definition of overtraining is when an athlete attempts to do more training than she or he is physically able or mentally able to tolerate. And it means that they are exceeding their body's ability to recover from strenuous exercise. And we all know that recovery and rest is a key part of adaptations for your body. Overtraining can result in a number of symptoms that are highly individualised, and we'll look at that more after we've done a few key other definitions. And the three key definitions we need to know, and they're pretty basic, are training, undertraining, and overreaching. Now, training is obviously a good thing. When we're physically training, we want to be doing it in an organised manner. We want to have a regular basis. We want to have a goal in mind. And remember, when you link back to psychology, those goals should have a SMARTer goal: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, a time factor, evaluated, and reviewed. Now, you've got to make sure that your training is done effectively. So a training program, and we'll look at that later, is ideal in this situation where you break down what you're going to do each week, and it's not just willy-nilly. The key term there is it is organised. Now, undertraining is failure to do that, essentially. You're failing to put your body through enough stress, enough positive stress, to generate physical adaptations, i.e. get stronger, get fitter. Now, that's your classic person who says they're going to go for a 5K run one week and they're going to get fit, and then the next day they do nothing, and the following day they do nothing, and then a week later they're like, why is my 5K run so awful? So undertraining is very common, particularly if you don't have a set goal, which is realistic, and also if you haven't got a training program to follow. And overreaching is transient overtraining. Now, that's just a fancy way of saying that you put a lot of stress on your body for a short term, and it's beyond your current limit of tolerance, but only for a short time. So you might get a slight decrease in performance for a while. You might experience DOMS, and it can be dangerous or can result to injury or less psychological motivation. However, it is a temporary fix. And again, it comes back to the fact that you need to be following a proper training program. So here is a really simple illustration of how overreaching and overtraining can impact on each other. And over here we have fatigue. Fatigue is a natural result of good physical training. It's when your body feels tired, and that's a sign for you to recover. Yes, there's times that you can push yourself and go further and train the next day, but that's got to be done in moderation, because otherwise we'll get these things over here like overtraining and possible overreaching. So in this 24 hours to 48 hours, you will sometimes experience DOMS, which is delayed onset of muscle soreness. This again is common, but it is also your body telling you that you have trained really hard and you do need to rest and recover. And the way we rest and recover is things like ice baths. We can do some hydro training in the water, get the compression from the water that helps with muscular regeneration. We can drink right, we can eat right, we can get the right nutrients into our body. And then when we start looking over on this side here, we've got overreaching. Now, some overreaching is good, particularly when you've got it in terms of a training program and you know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it. So when it needs to be coupled though with appropriate recovery, otherwise you're not going to get those maximum responses. So this means that if you are going very hard out in the gym and you go hard out on a Monday and then the next day you have a rest, and you're doing arm and upper body workout, and maybe the next day you do a lower body workout and repeat throughout the week, that's okay, because that's what we call functional. Okay? And you're going to get the adaptations because parts of your body are having rest. If, however, you go into the gym and you do a full body workout on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and only rest on Saturday, it's not functional. You're not allowing your body to rest. You're not allowing your microfiber tears that are happening in your muscles, the micro tears, to recover. The nutrients that are getting around are only doing a partial job because you're putting your body under so much stress that you're actually going to have a drop in performance, and quite quickly it can occur. And if that occurs, that the negatives of all your training are gone. You're not actually going to get any long-term gain because you're putting your body under so much stress that you can't recover from it. If this carries on, that's when we get this thing of overtraining. And overtraining is bad. Training hard out for a couple of sessions and having proper rest and doing overreaching and challenging yourself is a good thing, but only if you've got rest and recovery. And that is the key difference between overreaching and overtraining. Overreaching one-offs are okay if it's measured and within a training program. If, however, you continue to push yourself on a daily basis without allowing your body to recover, you can get overtraining, and we'll detail that more in a moment.